Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of Chamstring Shams. Hi, guys. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I just remember. I like totally forgot what I was gonna say. We just took a tequila shot, because we were out of wine, and we were like, well, we have to go to the liquor store because we're going to a cabin this weekend with our friends, and we have to stop there anyways. But we hadn't gone there yet. And I didn't have any wine that was acceptable for podcasting because it's all red. And so we were like, I guess we'll have a tequila shot.
Bad mistake.
We took a tequila shot. Taylor almost died.
It was like not even warm. It was like hot.
Honestly, I think I've switched from liking tequila, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, almost immediately after, we just said we need to go get wine, and we went and got wine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is an age thing, what's happening to us.
I still like tequila. I
Well, we
still
don't
love
really
tequila.
drink it anymore. We used to sling tequila shots. Nobody's
So
business.
much, yeah.
Not
We
a
don't drink
problem.
it as much for sure.
Yeah, and like now, anytime we've had them, I've been kind of like,
You have. I still
You literally
Tequila
just
Taylor. That was hot tequila. Tequila Taylor will always be here to have a good time. I definitely cannot hang the way that I used to, but like this weekend at the cabin, girlfriend's having some tequila.
I had some tequila in Vegas, and I think I only had one tequila shot actually, now that I think about it. I had tequila with you when we were in Vegas, but when I went just barely for work. And then I started having gin tonics, and honestly, I think I'm a gin girl. I can literally have like two gins and be fucking good for the rest of the night. If I have more than that though, the brain gets a bit dicey. I kind of forget some stuff.
I love gin. I think it tastes so good. I
does
love
taste
the
good.
flowery scent, like the flowery taste. But gin makes me crazy. I black out. I forget things. Me and you got in a fight when I was drunk off of gin on my birthday. I literally I can't drink gin at all. I cannot. Even though I love it, it's so good. And a French 75 will always have my heart, but I can't hang with gin.
This is definitely a bit of a confession. I know judgment is coming. One of the nights when we were in Las Vegas, we had like this networking event that we went to. And on the way to the networking event, we like, oh, anytime we go somewhere after the event, like we'll meet up in the lobby, and we always stop in the lobby, like gift shop and grab like a beer, or I get rosé. I think they have rosé bubbles. I think that's what I usually get. And we always take that with us for like wherever we're headed. And so we stopped at the lobby, grabbed that. Then we all get in the Uber and head to this networking event, which is at this Atomic Golf place, which is like Top Golf. And there was free drinks. So the first thing I did there, got a Chardonnay. I probably had 5 glasses of Chardonnay there over the like hours, maybe even a little, maybe 6. I don't know. It's 5 or 6 at least. Chardonnays while we were there, and they're like pretty good sized pours. And then we left to Fremont Street, and I ordered one drink. I'm pretty sure one drink there. I do know I had a drink.
Oh my God. It's the gin.
I don't honestly remember a lot about
Yes,
being on
it's
Fremont
the
Street.
gin.
Like, I think I probably should have not had any more at that point, but like when your energy's so high, you're just like so happy.
Well, in Las
And
Vegas.
you have to walk around with a drink. I don't think I actually ever finished the drink. Honestly, again, memories foggy.
Hey, that's exactly how I am with gin. Like the night of my birthday, I remember bits and pieces of it, like after I started drinking French 75s, but I do not remember a lot of it. And that's what happens every single time I drink gin. Like big chunks of memory are gone. And that's scary to me.
But why? It's so good. Why does that have to happen?
I don't know.
Because now I'm wondering, like, is that just like I drank too much before I had the gin problem?
I don't think so. I really, because no other alcohol happens to me but gin.
This is also another confession. On the day we flew out, we had like a later flight in the afternoon, and we were gambling in the morning, and I did have 3 gin tonics, and I have memory of it, so I think it might have something to do with the drinking before.
I don't know.
Because we did drink champagne all day before we went and had those.
That's true.
I think it's a combination of having too much to drink and mixing alcohols.
Maybe. But Tequila Taylor will just be here forever, minus the hot tequila.
I think I might be switching to gin. we'll see. I mean, I'll always sling back tequila shots, but after today, I was like, what the fuck?
It is intense.
It was intense, and note to self, always have wine.
Yeah.
That's what I've decided.
Yeah.
You went to Nordstrom Rack today.
Okay,
and had a
so
story.
yes, I do. So today I went to Nordstrom Rack on my way down because I desperately need new clothes because nothing fits me. And guess what's back in style? True Religion jeans.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Caprice because
No,
Caprice are back in
absolutely
style.
not. True Religion jeans. And let me just say, in my early 20s, when I was first married, when like everybody had True Religion jeans, I did not have money to buy
Oh, I was
them.
just gonna ask, how much are they?
They're only $60. They're not as like 120 or whatever they used to be.
What? That's how much
But
they were?
regardless, yeah. And they're so cute.
I never owned them. I thought they were trash.
Oh, well, I always wanted them and I could never afford it because we were like newly married and blah, blah, blah. So today I saw them and I was like,
Did you buy
I'm
some?
fucking buying some True Religion jeans. And I did, and I'm so excited about it.
Let me clarify. I don't think they're trash. I think that they're overly trendy, douchey style. Like Buckle always had them, and everyone was like, True Religion. They had like the stupid. It's like affliction
Yeah.
to me, and
Yeah.
so I was always just like, yeah, that's a trend that I'm not getting on. But I'm happy for you.
Well, it felt very empowering to finally be able to buy a pair of True
They used
Religion
to be
jeans.
120 and now they're only 60.
I mean, it was at Nordstrom Rack though, so
True.
Nordstrom Rack is cheaper, but
The regular prices.
yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. I'm
But they're
excited to
cute.
see
They're
them.
boot cut. I'm so excited.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have any updates. I am going to New York next week, and Taylor's going to Disneyland. We already talked about that
Yep.
in last week's episode. Is there any other pop culture? Anything, any news?
I haven't really been paying attention, to be honest.
Yeah,
I've been
had
too
a
busy.
crazy fucking week,
Yeah.
honestly. Really excited for us to go to the cabin this weekend. I hope it turns out to be like everything I need and more.
Mhm.
It is snowing a lot. Like it got really warm here in Utah. And I was like outside hanging out in the sun, and I was like, oh hell yeah, spring is coming. And I was like, it's about to be time for me to sit on my front porch with wine. And now it's like snowing and really cold. So I'm a bit sad because I was hoping that we could sit outside because there's this dope ass deck at this cabin, and it's fucking cold outside. So I'm a little
still
sad.
sitting out there for a
I know,
second
but it's gonna
though.
be wet.
That's fine.
But I'm
Suck it up.
sad because I was like really looking forward to it being like a sunny day and we could sit outside and drink like wine all day. Like that sounds like heaven.
We're gonna
Anyways.
really be some feral rats. I got my rat t-shirt all ready to go
Do you?
for the cabin. We are literally just going to be so lazy, sing karaoke all day, drink wine all day, eat charcuterie boards all day.
Do our tarot cards.
Yeah.
Do some journaling.
I'm very excited.
Heavily need some journaling. That's what
Same.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I think we can just talk about our topic.
Yeah, I think so.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, well, on the topic of the weather and it being spring, we're talking about spring cleaning your mind and your life. And I don't know, I don't know about you. Last year I didn't go through a phase of spring cleaning, but every year I've always done spring cleaning. Last year I didn't.
Oh, I do every year. Last year I redid my
Really?
entire living room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was last year. Something about, I mean, a lot happened in my life last year. Maybe I was just really busy. I think it's also because I was traveling a lot in
Yeah.
February and March, like I am this year. And I think that might have something to do with it because then it turns into, oh, and I started sourdough, and that probably took up a lot of my time.
Has it been? It has been a year
Yeah,
since sourdough on
it's
St.
been a year.
Patrick's Day. That's so weird.
So I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I had too much going on in my life and I couldn't get to it. This year, I have to spring clean my house. Like, I don't know what it is about spring cleaning, but it truly transforms my brain and my space. And it feels right to do it when like the weather is changing into that sunny, like, and you want your windows open. I don't know. That's when I always do it. March and April is usually my time.
Yeah. Mine starts right after Christmas because I have my Halloween decorations up for so long and then I go straight from Halloween to Christmas. And there's something about just like taking down all the decorations and your house looks so plain that you're like, I want it to stay plain like this, so I want to just throw everything away. Every single January, I go through this, let's throw everything away and just restart. So that's when like my spring cleaning bug really starts.
For me, I do notice like right after Christmas, I go through a phase of wanting to refresh my like furniture or work on house projects. I think once I'm done spending money on like the holidays, I'm suddenly like, oh, I've been wanting this rug. Oh, I've been wanting to update this stuff in this room. That's when I get a bug about that. And I think that's also a kind of level of spring cleaning in
Yeah.
my eyes.
Yeah.
Because I think that anytime you're refreshing something or changing or transforming a space, I think that that's considered kind of the same thing.
Hmm.
But not only that, like with your space, I also start decluttering my phone or my brain because I'm starting to prep for the new year. And so that's also considered a type of spring cleaning in my eyes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember one year listening to a Rachel Hollis podcast episode about spring cleaning, and she talked about like doing it around the spring equinox, and there
Hmm.
was like this big connection around it. I remember that episode and being like, wow, she did like this whole ceremony and stuff, and I was like, I remember you and I talked about it and be like, we need to do this, and we never
Hmm.
fucking did.
I know. But the spring equinox is coming up in 2 weeks, and it is a good time to really focus on that decluttering, that getting rid of stuff, because that's what the spring equinox is all about, is shedding the old stuff to bring in the new stuff.
Yeah, and I think for me, like the biggest reason I've always enjoyed spring cleaning always comes down to the fact that like life is so busy all the time and you have to be intentional about like cleaning it, but like it has like this cute thing of like spring clean and the weather's changing and I always get new candles and I like switch to like different fragrances in my house and things like that and it just starts to bring like this new energy and I'm like, okay, this closet's been irritating me. I need to tackle it. Those types
Hmm.
of things and I think once you can like declutter things in your life, it just kind of sets you up for like a brighter, springier, like I don't know, that energy that you feel in spring. That's what I want my spaces to feel like. So I always usually do that to my office. I just cleaned my car the other night. Like it had to be vacuumed and all the stuff. And like that to me was like another thing that I needed to like empty out and cleanse. Um, but closets and drawers are a big one for me that like
Same.
really get neglected and like
Yeah.
throughout the weeks or months like you just shove stuff places when Wally moved out it was really hard for me to deal with my closet and like I took this day right after he moved out because like it was just making me cry to see how empty it was and I like completely gutted my closet and cleaned it and reorganized it and honestly now it like gives me this like beautiful fresh feeling and I
Hmm.
look at it I walk in there and I'm like wow this is how I've always wanted my closet to feel and it's so organized and there's so much space and I got rid of so many clothes that I didn't need and I was just like this is how things should feel like this
Yeah.
is how my house should feel I always want my bedroom especially to feel that way and it usually always does but like spaces like your closet when you walk into them you should have this feeling
Yeah.
and having that has been so life changing.
Yeah, my bedroom is my sacred space. Like that is my space to go and to just be and to relax. And so my bedroom, that is always the first thing that I clean out is my bedroom because I want that to stay like my sacred space.
I would say that my bedroom is the one space that I always make sure is like right now it's a bit crazy because I'm like in between trips and stuff, so my dresser is like not as organized and things like that that I'd want it to be. But my bedroom has always been the one room that stays clean and organized and like cleansed.
Hmm.
Every other part of my house usually has like some level of chaos. I don't know what it is. My bedroom is like my sanctuary.
Yeah, yeah, and it should be.
But
Everyone's
it's
bedroom should be.
easy for me to maintain it because I feel like I'm also not in it a lot. You know, like I'm kind of like back and forth in it. I sleep in it, but I'm not like it's not a place where everyone's congregating, so
Yeah,
it's not easy for it to like get crazy, I
yeah.
think.
If you hear Jaden's motorcycle, sorry. It's so
Yeah.
loud.
My son and his two friends bought these Groms or these like little motorcycles, and that's been my life for the last week. And it's so cute for them to be mobbing around on them, but they just got new exhaust pipes.
And it's so
That's
loud.
what new exhaust pipes, and they're installing them. So if you hear some mumbling, rumbling,
We're not
whatever,
farting because
oh my
that's
God.
what it sounds like.
I don't think you guys can hear. I asked them to like do it out on the street, but you never freaking know, you know? So yeah. Okay. So cleansing your physical space. A couple things I wanted to talk about was the impact of clutter on your physical space, your home, your office, your car. Like think about it that way. It's any space. Like my son's bedroom right now
It's a mess.
gives me so much stress and anxiety. And you don't even have to be a neat freak to have this impact
Mm-mm.
your like your energy or your stress levels or your anxiety. Like just having stuff around you truly does like cage you in and starts your body naturally does it, your mind naturally does it. So some specific tips I have for you for decluttering is the closets, like I mentioned. What I do is you have to, this is how I declutter. You have to take everything out of this space. I
Yeah.
know it seems like you could just like start with like one little section. You have to just pull it out. Like everything has to come out. And when I did my closet, just barely, Wally's whole side was empty. So it made it really easy for me to just clean that whole side and then be like, okay, what do I want to transfer over to this side? But if I was trying to do an overhaul of my side of the closet and that space wasn't available, I would literally take every like all of my hangers out, all of my things on the shelves out, and you just dump it. If you're doing your drawers, take the
Just dump
drawer,
them.
dump it
Yep.
out, throw stuff away. You have to throw stuff away. That I know you're grabbing underwear sometimes. You're like, these need to go in the fucking trash.
Yeah.
These socks need to go in the trash. Like
Yeah.
this shirt, I have had it here for 4 years, and I keep thinking I'll wear it. But every time I look at it, I'm like, no, I don't want to wear it.
Mhm.
That needs to be donated. Like, take the time to really think about those things that irritate you because those irritations, I know they seem small, those fuck with you. And if you're gonna wear crusty, dusty underwear, that's affecting your energy.
Honestly, you should spring clean your underwear. I actually did this. I did this in the fall and the spring. I went through all of my underwear. I know that we all have period underwear. I know that we do. When it starts getting disgusting, throw it away.
Yeah.
Like you really do need to go through your underwear.
And I get it, underwear's expensive, or you don't know like which kind you really like, and you have those ones that are your favorite. TikTok Shop has the best packs of underwear. I'm telling you, I got these ones, 20 pack. They're so silky smooth. 20 pack of them, $8, and they are legit. So like, you don't have to be spending money on the Victoria's Secret ones anymore, like we all were. Like the 6 for 35, like that's not a fucking bargain.
No, it's not. It's actually not. And I always went to the panty parties at Victoria's Secret thinking it was such a good deal. It's really not.
It's not. So yeah, those are the types of things, but you have to donate and toss stuff out. Don't hold on to stuff. Like,
don't donate your underwear though.
Oh, hell no.
Throw it away.
But like, you really need to be intentional and like stop holding on to that stuff that you've had for years, or those shirts that you think you're gonna wear, or like you never know when I might want it for this occasion. It's just gonna keep sitting there. By the time that occasion comes, I bet you're gonna want to go buy a different shirt anyway. So like, you're not gonna be like, let me pull this out of the closet. It really does weigh on you, and it really does take up energy and space in your like mind and your body. My other one is your workspace. You should always cleanse your office or your desk or whatever. Go through your drawers, clean it out, vacuum, get rid of all the stuff that you're tossing around. I always have so many papers or sticky notes or random things, and I'm like, why the fuck do I have this? You think that you might need it, so you keep it, but now's the time to like cleanse it and make it fresh. Like I said, also my car. That's a big one that I like to refresh. I really need to be better about cleaning the inside of my car more often, but it's to me kind of a man job. Like I don't want to break a nail. I don't like how dirty it is. But then also like Henley is always in and out of my car with a million different things. There's always shoes, socks, cheer stuff, like whatever. And I'm not back there, so I'm just kind of like out of sight, out of mind, but it irritates me. I can feel it irritating me all the time. Another physical space that needs to always be spring cleaned is your fucking garage. And I
that's
cleaning the
that's a
garage.
boy job.
But
for sure,
yes, it's a boy job. Now it's gonna be a girl job because that's my life now. But like, it's dirty and it's gross, and it irritates me whenever I pull my car into the garage. I don't want all this clutter around me. I want to pull in and have like a neat, organized space because that's the energy I'm trying to have. And if you don't take the time to declutter and cleanse these spaces, the physical ones especially, it literally weighs on you. Every time you open that closet, you're like, how can I find this thing? And you're like, go to the store, get some organizing little bins at Target. The dollar store has some. Those ones aren't my favorite, but they do.
They get the job done.
It depends which dollar store you go to and what you're trying to put in them, but they do what you need them to do. They just aren't very sturdy. So just keep that in mind. They like bend. So I usually get mine at Target. They're really not that expensive. They go on sale all the time. Walmart has a lot of good ones now too, but like get some organization bins, take everything out and make different categories. And I'm telling you, your life will be changed.
Yeah. With the car thing, I am a freak about my car because I'm in my car a lot. I do not like messy cars. If you are able to get a car wash membership, I got a car wash membership and it has been so life-changing. I go once a week, I clean my car, the outside and the inside, and you can really get a membership for so cheap. Like the car wash by my house is only $10 a month per car. and it is so worth it.
They are not that cheap in Salt Lake, I don't think.
Oh,
Ours are
well,
very expensive.
really?
Yeah. Like
Oh,
$30
a car?
a month for one car.
What the heck? Yeah, ours is so cheap. And I go like that's like my Wednesday thing is I will go clean my car inside and out and take everything out and not I used to when I first started driving, I used to literally my car was like a trash can. Like I had so much shit in my
Really?
car. Yeah.
Oh, when I was younger, my car
Oh,
was pristine. It
mine
was
was
like
not.
always had a new air freshener, always was clean every week. I was always cleaning my car, and I always like had the nice stuff to put on my leather. Like I was
Oh
taking
yeah,
really
that
good
was
care of
not
it.
me. But now
Really?
I'm like, hey, now that I have purchased a nice car, I have a monthly car payment, like I'm taking care of this thing and like my car is always clean.
I would say I think the car washes are really annoying. I want to get them more often, but A, they're expensive, and B, they're not efficient in my like route of going to and from, So I think that like I'm someone like when I'm running errands, I'm like, that's not on the way to like this, and that's another stop. But I think if I had a pass, I would go a lot more
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Because I like to go to the car wash. It's
yeah,
just annoying and expensive.
yeah. I am gonna come in with a mental health thing though, while we're one
While
second
you
in.
find that, I have a data point for you guys.
Okay.
Studies show that 60% of people report feeling more productive and 40% less stressed after decluttering their physical space.
Love it. So my mental health tip is mental health tip slash spiritual tip. Everything in your house holds energy. I really need to do an episode that's all about energy because we talk about it so much, but every single thing holds energy. This microphone holds energy. We hold energy. The chairs hold energy. Everything holds energy. So, not clearing and cleansing your spaces can weigh you down emotionally and mentally. And physical clutter can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and overwhelm. So, really, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling stressed, if your anxiety is higher, really try deep cleaning your house because clearing that energy of things that are holding in the walls or holding into the carpet, like just cleaning that energy can really help with those feelings. And cleaning your house can be a form of mindfulness. I don't know if when you clean your house you feel this. It is like a spiritual thing for me. It really, I turn up really loud music. Sometimes I drink champagne while I'm cleaning, and I just really clean it and I feel gratitude for my house. So it's a form of mindfulness. It allows you to focus on the present moment. So if you're struggling focusing on like present moments, try cleaning as well. That will help you just like really hone in and zone into the present moment. It allows you to let go of old attachments and welcome in fresh possibilities.
A couple things I would say on this too is I know for sure anytime this is like an anxiety release thing for me or a stress release thing for
Same.
me. Anytime Wally and I would be getting into some kind of conversation or intense, I wouldn't call them arguments because we didn't fight. We would just be having an intense conversation. I start washing the dishes. I start cleaning the kitchen. I start doing something to like cleanse my space because I need less anxiety things around me. So if I see something on the counter, like that was like exactly what I would start doing because I was also like trying to hold back from being like really intense in the conversation. I needed to calm down. That's what I would do to help me calm my anxiety. And then on top of that, like with the mindfulness thing, there's always been this comfort to me. I used to wake up in the morning before I had all these crazy fucking meetings early at work. I would wake up and I would wash my dish. I would take my pre-workout and then I would like wash my dishes, unload my dishwasher. I loved it. It brought me so much like calmness and like happiness and just like I don't know, it felt very mindful to me. It was like a huge thing for me. And then on top of it, like the drinking champagne on like a Sunday, opening a bottle after breakfast, and picking a chore that I want to do, hands down one of my favorite activities. I've been way too busy to do that for a while now, but like it's one of my favorite things to have like if I don't have anything going on and I know I have a bottle, I'm like,
Yeah.
project day.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
And the music too. I found
Yes.
this last Sunday clean that I did. There's a playlist on Spotify called 90s Mom House Cleaning or something, 90s Mom House Cleaning Mix or something. It had the best fucking music and it was so fun. Like cleaning your house is so fun. It really is so fun.
I also feel like with the music and the cleaning and all of that, like it really does check your brain out. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
not on your phone, you're not trying to grab your phone because your hands are dirty, you're
Yeah.
cleaning or whatever, they're wet. I love being able to just set my phone, blast my music. I love loud music. It
Mm-hmm.
just really transforms my day.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
The next one I want to talk about is a digital declutter. So I'm huge on this. I think it's very important every year to go through your contacts in your phone, to go through your emails and unsubscribe to a bunch of stuff, anything like on who you're following on your social media, getting rid of people that you don't want following your stories, all of those things. I think weigh you down over time. The other one that I really like to do is cleaning up my photos because there's so many screenshots that you take. I have so many fucking pictures on my phone that my phone won't even back up anymore. And it keeps being like, your phone hasn't been backed up. You're out of storage. And I'm like, I'm not paying $2.99 for you to have
I
those.
pay the $2.99 because I don't do
True.
digital detox. I need to. I will do that this
It
year.
is so nice. Like sometimes just sitting, I'll be like, I just need to clean up a bunch of like I take so many random screenshots or pictures throughout the
Mm-hmm.
day or like the weeks, and then I'm like, why do I have this? And then there's times where I'll go out and I'll be like taking pictures because I want to have that memory, and then sometimes I go back to it, I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that picture.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, really nice to cleanse those things and get rid of them. And sometimes when memories will pop up, because like I have like the thing that shows you like memories each
Mm-hmm.
day. Is it a widget?
Yeah, I think it's a
The
widget. I have that
widget.
too. Yeah.
And sometimes a memory will be on there and it will like literally trigger me and be like, oh, why do I have this picture? And I'll click on it and I'll say, go to this day, and I fucking delete it. Like that is a way of decluttering, so I'd never have to see those things again. And I think they're really important. But what I would say with that too is I think social media is one of the biggest things that people should clean up at least once a year. If
Mm-hmm.
you notice that you're on your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever social media you use and someone's stuff is coming up or you see them following your story or whatever and it gives you this it makes you irritated. It's something where you're just like, why this, why that, and it gives you this like negative energy. You need to hide them from your story, you need to remove them from your social media, whatever it is, but that is energy that you just don't want in your space. It's
Yeah.
stressful, it's chaotic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also like to do this with my apps. I have so many apps sometimes that I download and I just like put them in like a folder somewhere because my home screen is also very organized. And sometimes I'm like, I need to just click on this and get rid of some of these in here. Why are they on here? And they're not even like downloaded anymore. And that's a good sign. Like if it's not downloaded from your cloud, because like they try to
That is a good sign. I'm gonna do a digital detox
like
this year.
it like tells you you haven't even used this app for so
Mm-hmm.
long that the cloud stops keeping it on your phone.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some that you can even take it off your phone and if you need it again, it'll still allow you to download it. So it's like it's not like a brand new app all over again,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a really good way to be like, okay, this app clearly is not serving me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's your data point. A study found that people spend an average of 4.7 hours per day on their phones, which can lead to feelings of mental overload.
I mean, I believe that for
I
sure.
don't know if I ever get like a huge mental overload from my phone. My phone is actually like one that kind of calms me down because I'm not on my phone a lot during the day while I'm working. Computers give me a mental overload. Like if I'm
Mm-hmm.
working all day at my computer, it's really hard for me to like when I was going to school, it was really hard for me to go work on my computer and then want to get on my computer again. My
Yeah.
computer is more of a mental overload for
I
me.
feel the same with that for sure.
Anything else on the digital detox
No,
for
I'm gonna
you?
do a digital detox. I
I'm
literally,
surprised you
I
know.
never, I really don't do a digital detox ever. I don't
Dude.
delete people off social media. I don't go through my emails. Like, I don't do any of that. So
Oh
I
my
need to do
God.
that.
The new update on the phone apparently has made it super easy on your mail app to unsubscribe to spam. Like
Hmm.
I already like unsubscribe whenever I can, but sometimes I'll go through and I'll just like see the emails, but your phone has like this thing at the top now that's like unsubscribe, unsubscribe, or it's
Oh,
like,
that's gonna be very
or,
easy for
or
me.
it also has like one where it's like, you haven't opened this from Bath and Body Works for 16 months or so. It'll give you some like data point and do you want to unsubscribe? And it's like, yeah, I do actually.
Hmm.
So the app is
The more
the
you know.
update is supposed to make it really easy for that, but also like it's so annoying to have to clean out your inbox too. So like
Yeah.
unsubscribe, you
Yeah,
know?
I need to. I'm gonna do that this year.
The next one I have is mind decluttering, and this one is about basically figuring out how to declutter the thoughts and feelings and things going on in your brain. Um, the techniques I use really come down to my journaling, I would say, and then like any little mindfulness things. I don't do meditations the way that like Taylor does meditations. I do meditations. I turn them on when I'm falling asleep, but I'm not doing the meditation. It's just like something, I mean, I think that's kind of a form of meditation,
Yeah.
honestly. Like if it's calming me enough that it
Yeah.
actually crashes me out in like minutes, which is not common for me, I think it's probably a form of meditation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is. It
We'll
is.
ask the guru later. But for me, a mental decluttering really is like reading a book, like a physical book, or journaling, or my gratitude journal, those types of things. And then also a big mental declutter for me is going on a run. Like
Hmm.
physical activity, also the shower. The shower has a lot of mind decluttering
Yeah.
moments for me, but
Yeah.
like things like that where I'm like in the present moment and my brain is just still kind of, I think those are mind declutters for me. I don't know if you have any besides meditation and some that I already mentioned, but
Mine is hiking. Hiking has been a very big mind declutter for me because you're getting outside, you're in the sunshine, you're by the trees. A lot of the trails that are in Cache Valley have like rivers, so you're by water, and like nature is just so healing.
going to the ocean, mind
Yes.
declutter for me.
Yes. Um, and another big one is therapy. Like literally therapists are there for you to dump on and for them to help you figure it out. Like therapy is such a big tool for me that I can go there with any thought that I have and just like dump it out and be like, "Blah, here it is," you know? So therapy, hiking, running, like any form of physical exercise. And then meditation actually isn't a clearing thing for me, if you believe it.
You know what? Another one just came to me.
Hmm.
Sitting on my porch with wine and like
Mm-hmm.
music, or sitting in my hot tub. So anything that I think just like makes me stop and like be more in the present moment, taking
Mm-hmm.
breaks and disconnecting. I guess that's a big one that I do. And I guess I kind of do a lot of those,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really proud of myself right now.
Yeah. It's great. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with the spiritual stuff. Oh wait, do you have anything else?
No.
Because mine are some energetic
The
practices.
only thing I have is like some things about maintaining how to maintain and keep your spaces organized, but we can do that at the very end, I feel.
Okay. Okay, so mine is if you're into witchcraft,
And surprise.
here's some things that you can do. Okay, but some good energetic practices to do. We've kind of already mentioned the spring equinox. There's a reason why spring cleaning is called spring cleaning, is because the energy that the earth, that the universe is bringing in is to welcome in the new. So anything that you can do to welcome in the new, let go of old attachments, let go of old patterns. The spring equinox is such a beautiful time to do that. If you need an event to go to, let me know because we are throwing one. So,
Yeah, first you should say what it is right now.
what?
Your event.
Oh, I'm doing a spring equinox event. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's actually not going to be yoga. It's going to be somatic breath work. So there will be a little bit of movement, but not as much as like yoga. And then a sound bath. And then we'll just really be doing like intention setting. So there's 4 different phases of the year. There's the winter solstice, spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox. So the spring equinox, you're setting intentions until the summer solstice. So it's really about awakening from our winter solstice sleep and awakening. So if you think of it like a garden, everything's been kind of bubbling underneath the surface. And once the spring happens, stuff begins to bloom. The same is for our life. So we'll really be focusing on that
It's
energy.
gonna be on what date?
It is on the 21st, Friday the 21st at 7:30 to
In
9
Salt Lake
in Salt Lake
City.
City.
And
Yep.
it's $30.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else?
Nope, that's
That's
all
all.
about. Yeah. I will also, I know I always say this and I don't do it, and I'm really going to be doing it. I'm going to be sharing more about it on my Instagram. So make sure that you're following me because everybody, even if you're not doing like the moon circle stuff that I do monthly, everybody should be focusing on these 4 different points of the year because they are not witchcraft or antichrist.
I
It's
mean,
literally the way that the world is.
yeah, at the end of the day, you already know that it's happening. You already know
Mm-hmm.
spring is coming. It literally says first day of spring. That's the spring equinox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like you already have these like, and I know you physically, mentally, emotionally feel these shifts
Yeah.
happening already. This is just like an event that helps you like channel it a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Okay, some more energetic practices to do. Open up the windows and let fresh air circulate and move out stagnant energy. I have my bedroom window open every single day. Even in the winter, even in the cold, I have a moment of time that my bedroom window is open. It's usually right before bed, just to kind of clear out the energy of the day. I also open up my blinds every single day. I am a firm believer that natural light brings in good energy to your home. So I have my windows open all day, and then when I close the blinds, I open up my window, and just even if it's only like if it's really cold, even if it's like 10-15 minutes, that just allows that stagnant energy a place to go.
I should really open my windows more. I do it a lot in like the spring and the summer, and fall actually. But in
Mm-hmm.
the winter, I rarely do because I'm always fucking cold. But I am really big on opening my blinds and my
Yes.
like I can't handle when people like sometimes when Jaden's room isn't a fucking tornado, I'll go in and open his blinds because he has like the bedroom that has really good light and my
Mm-hmm.
office and then Henley's and I'm like I can see it in my hallway and I'm like see like the feeling of like the natural light coming in
Mm-hmm.
and the like house feeling light and vibrant rather than dark and gloomy and like stale
Yeah.
really fucks with you.
Honestly, another mental health tip, if you are struggling with any form of depression and you don't open your windows, you have to open up your windows. Like that is the biggest simplest way that you can help depression is by natural light. And like when you open your windows, turn off your natural lights, like, or turn off your lights. Like just let the natural light be there. Even if it feels too dark for you, your eyes will adjust. But natural light is such a big thing in helping with depression. So just a side note. But okay, another thing which may be a little weird, but use sound. So sound is such a big thing in clearing spaces and clearing energy. So I have like a little tiny bell that I got at Dancing Crane. I'll combine both of these. So burn sage or Palo Santo to clear energy. So once a month on the first of the month, this is a little witchcraft, but I blow cinnamon and salt through my front door to bring in abundance. And so I'll blow that in through my front door. And then every month I sage my entire house.
Does it not bother you that you just spread cinnamon and salt on your floor?
No, you don't even notice. Like it's not like a huge pile. It's just like a little bit, and then you say like a little intention, and then you blow it in.
I've never done this because the thought of blowing something onto my floor that I would then need to clean really irritates me.
You literally don't even
It
notice
gets on your
it.
socks.
You don't even notice it.
Doesn't matter, it's still getting somewhere.
Well, don't even notice
Well,
it.
Chanel,
So I will do a deep clean of my whole house at the beginning of the month, and then I sage my entire house. So I open up all the windows, I open up all the doors. After I blow in the cinnamon, I will sage, and then I also have a little tiny bell that I use sound throughout. So I'll just ring the bell as I'm walking through my house.
God, people probably really think you're crazy.
I know they do. My neighbors probably think I'm nuts.
I believe in what she does. I just don't do it.
My house feels pretty calm.
It's
like
very intentional to do that.
It
Like,
is,
it takes some
yeah.
time. You have to like really be like, it's the first of the month, and you do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it on, I don't always do it on the first day of
No,
the
but
month,
like,
but like
a week.
within the first 3 days is when I really like focus on doing that just because it gives just a fresh start. I love the fresh start of a month. Like, I don't know. I just really love it. So,
Half the time I don't even realize the new month just started. That's so crazy.
oh my
life is.
gosh. Okay, and then the last thing is set an intention as you clean. So a good intention that you can say is I am making space for clarity, peace, and new beginnings.
Whenever I use my sage, I'm always like, please get rid of this energy that's here, bring out any negative energy, and bring in only good, positive energy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do just a little rant about sage. Sorry, but I am. Sage, if you are not saging your house, I know it's weird. I know sometimes it stinks. I know.
We need to make sure we bring sage to the cabin.
Yeah, we do. It's right there. Don't forget it. Okay, but I know it's weird. I know it can seem really strange. I totally understand. But if you look into the healing properties of sage, if you've been sick, in your house. You need to sage. Like that sage can burn that sick energy. Like there's a reason why Native American cultures have used sage for so long for so many things because it actually does work. And I will say, 2 weeks ago, I did not sage the clinic that I work at. I every Friday I sage the clinic just to clear the energy. I did not do it, and it was literally the worst week of our entire lives at the clinic to the point that the provider that doesn't really believe in this stuff, he said, you really didn't sage the clinic, and I can tell sage actually makes a big difference. Like, if you are not saging your house, it's not just to get rid of spirits, it's not just to get rid of ghosts. Like, you need to just cleanse that energy. If you've been sick, if you've had a bad month, if you've had something happen, like, you need to be saging and clearing that energy.
One thing that like it was like a weird moment for me too, because like sage and all this stuff has been like more of a new thing for me. It's not that I don't believe in it, it's like I wasn't practicing it. One thing that I did, I remember it was when I was like really diving into my sexual trauma is I did like a huge heavy sage in my room and like on my bed, and I had like a very specific intention that I was using with my bed, especially because like when you have sexual trauma, it makes it difficult for you to want to have sex. Doesn't matter with who. And that's usually where I was having sex. And it was like this thing. And like I'm telling you, after doing it, I felt actually safe in my
Mm-hmm.
bed. And it was like this weird thing where I was like, okay, I actually feel like I'm going to be protected here rather than something traumatic happening to me. So like if you have something that's like that, you can always there's so many things on the internet you can find, or you could even just message us and Taylor would probably be able to give you something that you
Yeah.
can say with it to help you with that trauma. Like she knows a lot of shit around this, but like it really does change the energy. It's really fucking
It really
strange.
does. And I promise I'm going to record an episode all about energy because we're talking about it a lot in this episode, but it really like sage, the smallest thing that you can do is just start by just saging your home. It really is.
Yeah, I need to do it a lot more often. I used to do it more, but Wally and Henley hate it. And now half of that problem is gone. So when she's not here, and when she's with him, I think I'll probably do it then
Hmm.
because Jaden likes it. Him and his friends come over all the time and keep whenever I leave town, they come in and they sage themselves. Like
Hmm.
they believe in it and they're fucking 19. Okay, I have some tips for maintaining a clean and organized space, and then I want to share with you guys just some additional facts about the benefits of like spring cleaning these things. So let's start with how to maintain. Um, what I need to do and should do is set a monthly cleaning day. So I think because I've had a cleaning lady for a long time, I still have her, but she's been coming once a month now because girlfriend's got to save some money. I think because I had a cleaning lady come twice a month, it made it so I didn't clean my house as much, and I think that's why it's been easy for me to get more disorganized. But I want to start setting a cleaning day, and I think that if you're struggling to keep things organized or maintain, I remember one time like setting out like each month it was going to be like on this day I'm doing the closets, on this day I'm doing the drawers or something like that. And so I'd go to Target, I would get the bins or something that I knew I needed for that space, or I'd go to IKEA also has some good drawer organizers. That's a good place to go. And I would like I remember one time being like, I want to do my drawers in my kitchen, like they all need a refresh. So I went and I bought the stuff, and then you come back and you like do it. So set like either schedule a day and or pick like what it is that you're gonna clean, because it's like anything. If you write it out, if you know what you're already doing, you don't have to think about it. You won't talk yourself out of it. And then also like implement nightly routines or morning routines, whichever works for you. Of like I'm big on like my kitchen area always being
Hmm.
clean, and it's turned into more of like before I go to bed, making sure things are cleaned up because I don't have the time in the morning like I used to. But it used to be like I was okay leaving most of like I'd put most of the dishes in the dishwasher or something and washing them in the morning. That was my thing because I was doing them in the morning. Now I have to do them before bed. I can't leave them. Like even before we go to the cabin, I was like, I have to wash these dishes before we leave. So
Yeah.
implement some kind of routine. I've always had one where like when it's bedtime, I get up, I close all the blinds, and I walk through the kitchen living room area and I grab whatever it is that's cluttered and laying around, blankets, pillows, I make them all set up. I make it so that when I wake up in the morning, I'm walking out to a fresh space rather than like a what the fuck has happened in here. I
Yeah.
think you do this too.
I cannot go to bed with a messy kitchen. I cannot go to bed with dishes in my sink. Again, I don't have kids, so this could be different dependent on your lifestyle. But I literally, if I try to go to bed with a messy kitchen, I cannot do it. So that is like part of my nightly routine is I put my couch back together and my kitchen is clean.
Another one I would say if you have kids or people in your space that's not you, or also maybe you, because I actually
Hmm.
realize that a lot of people don't have the same habits as me. Put shit back where it goes.
Yes.
That is the number one way to keep your house like nice and organized, or your car, whatever it is. If you take a cup to your car, when you get
Bring it
out, you
in.
grab it and you
Hmm.
throw it away. So put things back where they belong, and also like if you take your shoes off, put them where they go.
Yeah.
Like I rarely take my shoes off and just like leave them somewhere. I take them
Hmm.
off, I pick them up, and I take them where they go, and then I move on. My kids have a pretty bad habit of just taking them off and kicking them right next to where they need to go. It's fine, whatever. At least they're like in the mudroom or something, but you use something, put it back where it goes. Don't just set it somewhere. And then also like if you get it out of like if you get it out, put it away.
Yeah, there was this really stupid, I don't even know where I heard this saying or song. I can't
Oh,
remember.
you
Yeah,
saying this or
if
something.
if it was TikTok or Instagram or where it was some social media, but I cannot recall where. But it was don't put it down, put it away. And
Yeah.
every time I go to like put something down, I'm like, no, just go put it away. Like it's really doesn't take that much time to just put something
And
away.
honestly, you don't have to do it every single time.
Yeah.
Like, don't beat yourself up that you don't do it every time. There's sometimes where I'm a bit of a mess. Honestly, my mess compared to some people is literally still not a mess. But
It's like you're never a mess.
like if I eat a snack sometimes, I'll leave the wrapper on my desk until I come back the next day. I'm like, fuck, I need to throw that away or something. But like for the most part, just if you open a wrapper, put it away. If you have a cup, if you drink like soda, people with soda are really bad at this, I've noticed.
Hmm.
They drink it and they set it down and then it's just sitting there. Like
And then it gets that weird, like sticky
you
ring.
just
I
take
hate
it to
that.
the trash,
Hmm.
put things back where they belong. If you get it out of the fridge, you put it back. And my kids are pretty good at like learning to like do those types of things. I think they know, especially if it's like an open space in the house, that they have to do it. In their rooms, they're much different, which is fine to a certain extent. But like they just know if you get it out, you put it away. The garage, especially, is the number one place. You get it out, fucking put it back. I fucking cannot handle that. Drives me nuts. Okay, those are my only tips that I have. Here's the last things I'm going to say are some additional facts. I think we basically already mentioned them about spring cleaning and decluttering. Reduces stress and anxiety. A cluttered environment triggers the feeling of overwhelm and stress. You already talked about that one. Raises your cortisol levels. Boost your mental health. Engaging in spring cleaning can have positive effects on your mental health, but not only your mental health, your physical health. Because when your mind is more clear and your health is better in your mind, your body naturally starts changing.
Yep.
Like I have noticed that a lot lately over the last couple of months of being like, wow, when my mind's in a different space, my body's completely different. I.e., getting really bad back knee. Hashtag asking for a friend. What do you do when you have really bad back knee?
I actually want to pause real quick and share a story about a patient. Whenever I share patient stories, I have to be really careful because of HIPAA laws, but basically, one of my patients has severe depression, and one of their goals for the year was to take a shower, get dressed, and put on a little bit of makeup every day. That was, I guess I can say her because of makeup, but that was her goal, like her New Year's resolution. And it's now like halfway through March, and she's still like doing that. And I asked her one day, I was like, why did you want to do this? Like, what was your reasoning? Like, what was your why? And she was like, I just feel like if I feel good on the outside, if I take care of myself on the outside, everything else will follow. And it has for her. And it's been really great. She's been talking about cleaning her house. She's been talking about, doing different things to bring in good habits into her life. And it started with just something so small. So start small and it will grow from there.
I mean, it's just like anything. If you want to change like your mental state, you have to start taking action. For me, like I was actually just talking to my sister today on the phone and she was like, "You go to the office a lot lately." And I was like, "I know, it's because I've recommitted this year. Like I need to be better. I was starting to have like a really negative attitude about work and it was affecting the team. I need to be better to help bring the team culture because I bring good fucking energy and the guys are struggling. And I was like, but on top of it, like I needed to change my mental space. I needed to stop working at home and like getting lazy and being like taking advantage of the situation. Now I get up, I get dressed, I get to dress how I want to dress, and I'm like back into that energy and I completely changed that. And I was like, and now I actually realize like there's a lot of parts of my job I really genuinely like, but it's because I was sitting at home getting in that rut. Or there's times when I feel like I'm fat, disgusting, and gross, and it's like, yeah, you've been wearing leggings and a hoodie for like 6 days straight. Like, get fucking ready, and you won't look like a troll.
Yeah.
And like it completely changes your brain.
Yeah, it does. It really
those
does.
little things. Like you don't need to do it for anyone else. You do it for yourself. The other thing I have is that it increases your productivity. When you are in an organized environment, it makes it so that your brain has more capacity, you have more creativity available, and you're able to actually produce more output. The other one is the physical. I think I already talked about that. Oh, this one's actually something I didn't mention. The physical part also comes down to the germs and the dust and the debris that's actually collecting in your spaces. Like, even with how clean my house is, I still want an air purifier in so many spaces. But if you think about it, all of the like allergens that are trapped, like even in your mattresses.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mattresses are so gross.
So fucking sick.
They are sick.
When you
truly
think about, I'm a germaphobe low key, and I have to like not think about these things because if I do, I genuinely start to be like, oh my god, think how many like how many days
skin cells.
I sweat so much sometimes in my sleep, and I'm sometimes like, and I'm just laying back in this bed. Doesn't matter that I wash my sheets. That shit's still in my fucking mattress.
I know, it's sick.
Pillow.
It's sick.
I also saw someone recently. They wash their pillows. I have not done that or tried that. I don't know how, but her pillows came out looking great, and I want to try it.
Yeah.
Anyways, the dirt, dust, all of that, that's not good for your physical health. If you're feeling like under the weather, the first thing you should do is like cleanse your space because you probably have some allergens that aren't serving you. The last thing I would say is it enhances your sleep quality by having a decluttered bedroom. And I firmly believe, like, I cannot sleep if my room is a mess. Like if Jaden's room,
oh my gosh,
I should take a picture. He would be so upset.
Oh, he would be so
I can't post that on the podcast, but if you guys saw, this kid will literally come and just lay down and sleep in this room.
It's so bad.
I don't even know where he sleeps at this point.
I don't either. I'm looking at it right now and it's so bad.
He hasn't slept here. He's been sleeping at his friend's house, but he has like tools on his bed, clothes everywhere. Like you cannot have.
How does he even know it's clean?
He doesn't
know. That's so terrible.
I think about it all the time.
Oh my god. I'm gonna walk out of here and be like, is your shirt even clean?
I actually forgot. I do have one more thing. It increases your motivation for your life goals. If you live in a state of like less chaos, more organization, all of these things that we talked about, you're way closer to reaching your goals and accomplishing the things that you want than ever. Like if you, the reason he is the way he is probably because of his room sometimes. Guaranteed.
Yeah. The last thing that I'll end with is we're going to end with just a little gratitude. How lucky are we to have homes and houses to clean and to be proud of, no matter what your house looks. You don't have to have $1 million home to have gratitude for the space that holds you, that holds your family. So you should be having a clean, organized space because you are so lucky. There are people that don't have this, and you should be thankful and be proud to show like, this is my home. I take care of it. I am organized in here. This is the space that holds me. The thing I would add to that too is stop apologizing for your house being a house. Like we live in them, and sometimes if people drop by or whatever, like life can be crazy. Yeah. I never tell people I'm sorry my house is a mess. I'll just be like, yeah, my house is a fucking mess. And it might not be to them, it is to me, but I never apologize for it. I'm not sorry that it's messy because this is life. Like this is my life. And honestly, if someone comes over to your house and they think it's disgusting, they're probably not a good friend. Or if they think it's disgusting, they'll recognize that there's maybe something more going on, like with your mental health than anything. And that's when they know, like, hey, let's get it in gear. And a good friend would just fucking help you clean it. Yeah. So
I again, it could be any scenario. Some people can actually be really fucking filthy, so I don't want to
I'm
overspeak
not gonna
it.
ever come to hoarders' houses. I'm
Yeah, I'm not
sorry.
gonna overspeak, but like if you go to a friend's house and it's like really, really unwell, that probably means you should check in on them, maybe help
Mhm.
them out a little bit. But if they're also apologizing for it, like that's another thing. Be like, dude, fucking stop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, don't apologize for it. People that come to your house that you invite into your space, again, assuming it's not like a freaky, crazy, hoarding, disgusting situation. If they're judging you, then don't like they shouldn't be your friend.
Yeah.
And if you feel nervous for them to see it, you're like, oh my god, they're gonna judge me, then that should be someone that you go back to our episode about the people in your life. What was it, like three
Find your
episodes
tribe.
ago?
Yeah.
Find your tribe, like listen to that and cut them out.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all she wrote.
Happy spring.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it. That's
All
all I
right.
got. We're gonna go be rats at the cabin.
Hey, you're supposed to say bye first.
Oh, I forgot. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you staring at me? Okay, you guys. Make sure that you're following us. Make sure you like, rate, and review, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.